As to be an adult, I think eventually we have to get to the place where we are differentiated from our parents and our family of origin. In other words, we are not just staying in the same old family dynamics or looking for their approval. We are autonomous beings in touch with our own wants, needs, and desires, forming relationships that are healthy, that are nourishing and fulfilling, relationships based on love or whatever you want. Gone are the days of having relationships based on being annihilated, ignored, abused, criticized, belittled, rejected, or abandoned. The outer world is always reflecting our inner state. And I'm going to quote a little bit here from a video that was just uploaded yesterday by Melanie Tanya Evans, the founder of the quantum healing technique, which I think is just super powerful. And she makes really good points. And she was quoting Pema Chodron as saying that nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. So it kind of reminds me of Carl Jung saying something like, your unconscious will rule your life and you will think it's fate. So when the outer world keeps giving you a certain result you don't like, the key, you guys, the real key is to go within and go, why am I getting this result? What is it that, I'm expecting of other people? What am I allowing? How do I feel about myself? Sometimes for some people, it's just because they've been afraid to speak up, they haven't honored their voice, or they're just following old relationship dynamics from childhood or even from previous lives. And here are some of the things that Melanie Tanya Evans talks about is like that your inner love code is formed from when you're very little. I mean, psychology kind of recognizes that our behaviors and our beliefs are caused by our childhoods, from the time even before that we could speak. So it's precognitive. It's before we could speak. It's when we were still in like a theta dream state and just absorbing everything. And then we absorb what love is. The people that I love, this is the program, and some of these programs are really painful. The people I love ignore me, invalidate me, reject me, abuse me, hate me, abandon me. Okay, those are some painful love codes. And we choose the people who match our love code. We go for what's familiar. We go for all we know. That's all we know. So if you keep finding yourself in relationship with people who ignore you, belittle you, abandon you, that's your love code. And then I would say, where are you ignoring yourself, belittling yourself, abandoning yourself? And once you stop doing that, you will stop attracting people who treat you that way. That's the real key, is to heal ourselves from the inside out. The people, but now that's the way she says it. The people I love ignore me and validate me. I always like to say it the other way. The people who love me and ignore me, invalidate me, reject me, abuse me, hate me, abandon me, treat me like I'm invisible, annihilate me, replace me. Because to me, it's not just the people I love doing that, because my personal thing is like when people treat me that way, I don't love them. Except for the ignoring part, that was one. But I would say the people, I don't love people who are mean to me, but the people who love me could treat me that way. So love becomes this thing. Like the people who love me, have difficulty expressing their feelings. So I make excuses for them, like we get into these patterns. And kind of what I'm doing now is like going through my patterns and saying this is not okay. I want relationships based on love that are healthy. I had someone tell me recently that, Sharzad, on your videos, you keep talking about the current stuff that you're going through, so you don't really sound like an expert that people would want for coaching. But that's exactly why I do it. I learned in the Landmark Forum actually, that the leaders at the beginning of every course had to start with something they were currently struggling with. Because to be authentic, in order to create a space for other people to want to share, we as the leaders have to create that space. The way that I create that space for you to share is that I share. So I've created the clearing for it. And also, I'm modeling to you that I'm not some kind of freaking guru or expert. I'm just as fallible as you, and I'm constantly growing. And in order for me to be in that space to offer growth, I have to be in that growth myself. The moment I start acting like I have it all figured out, I have it all done, I become stagnant as fuck. And when I become stagnant and I just stand behind a coaching program I developed years ago, I get bored with myself. I stop growing and I'm not real. And someone also said to me, you had a video where you were crying. You don't have it all figured out. And I'm like, okay, well, I cry for maybe 1 minute every 3 or 4 months. Maybe I'm exaggerating, 5 minutes. Just, I don't get lost in my crying. And I'm modeling to people that it's okay to cry. You don't have to be happy all the time. We validate the whole range of human emotion, and that crying doesn't have to be this horrible thing that we get lost in an abyss. Crying is just a feeling. It comes and goes. And my crying lasts very briefly. I don't like it when people contact me months later and are like, I'm so sorry you were crying. That's you projecting your pain onto me, and I don't like that. Please don't do that. I'm modeling for you that we're all constantly growing and that I'm real. I'm not going to put on a fake smile, because I think that's the only way I'm lovable. I'm lovable even when I'm crying, and maybe more lovable because I'm actually vulnerable and being real with you guys. Also, I'm not trying to act like some expert who has it all figured out. I'm a woman on a journey, sharing myself authentically, and I feel powerful enough that I can share with you what I'm currently working through, because I will tell you this. It is really rare for anyone to share what they're going through now. It's easy to share, oh yeah, this was the pain I had and I overcame it, and who I am the hero. Look at me, and now I have all these programs. That's easy. But to say, this is what I'm struggling with and you can come to me, I can handle that. Whatever I'm going through, I can handle. And this is something I'm going through now and I'm handling it. And this is something I'm going through now and I'm handling it. That's the woman I want to be. So I do this on purpose. Someone also said to me that you don't seem like you have your coaching programs all laid out, and I don't, and I'm okay with that. I am still in the process of trying to figure out who is my ideal client, what kind of programs do I want to offer. So no, but I am still effective. I help a lot of people and I coach a lot of people in a very powerful, easy way to help them overcome their feelings. So if you're struggling with the kind of relationships that you're having, and you're attracted to people who abuse you, ignore you, invalidate you, are unavailable, and don't care how you feel, I am certain I can help you with that. And it doesn't take years of therapy. It can just take a few sessions or maybe a few months. I would definitely love to talk with you, because I have healed myself from being interested in emotionally unavailable men, and I feel pretty good in myself right now. And yeah, as long as we're in the human experience, we're always going to be faced with different things, and it's how we handle them. If you want to work with someone who's real and all that, please contact me. Also, I'm an escort. Sometimes people contact me. Other providers contact me because they want someone to talk to, or women who want to be an escort. So, or men who see in me like maybe a mom that they never had, or a big sister they never had. They're drawn to the fact that I'm a mom, that I'm mature, that I have life experience. If you feel drawn to talk to me, I would love to work with you. I did lower my coaching rates to $100 per hour, and I do have a 4-hour minimum for people to work with me. So you can stop by my website and fill out the application, apply to work with me, and one area that I'm really interested in is what does love feel like, and how do we release our triggers so that we can feel happy and empowered in the world and not get taken out by the things that are going on with the people around us. So thanks for watching my video, you guys. And I'm going to also link the video I was watching with Melanie Tanya Evans, because I just think that her work is just so powerful, especially for those of you who have been in narcissistic relationships. I would recommend that for you to check out her work. And for the rest of you, I have never been with a narcissist, so if you have like been battered and all of that, I wouldn't be able to relate. But if you came from like a fairly loving home, or in some way you think that you can trust me, please reach out. I definitely I'm looking for some more clients right now for my coaching business. Thanks for watching, and happy Memorial Day.